As the Islamic Republic weighs its responses, Israel continues to face a multi-front war on its own borders. Here to speak with us about these recent developments is Israeli-Palestinian relations expert, Colonel in the Reserves, Grisha Yakubovich. Grisha, thank you so much for joining us. We've heard a lot of concern. We've heard a lot of concern from world leaders about this leading to an all-out war. With the belligerence of the Islamic Republic, is there even a way to avoid war?
Well, I want to ask a question before I answer that. It's like, why should be a war? Nobody took responsibility about what happened in Iran. And if we go a few years back, Soleimani was assassinated, a Shia #1 in Iran, and nothing happened. And suddenly, a Sunni leader that is somebody from Gaza that has nothing to do with Iran as Shias, and they are calling for a multi-arena war. So this is a question that we should think about a little bit. Is that only a reason? Is that was actually the original plan, and all they needed is to find a reason? Yes, we are facing a multi-arena war. There is a meeting going on right now, Emily. I don't know if you're aware of that, with Iranian forces, with Al-Quds force, with Hamas, with Page, Hezbollah, Ansar Allah, the Houthis, and Khasd al-Sha'ab. And I think that this meeting, I don't know when it will come to an end, but I think in the following minutes, and then we will understand what will be the response.
You know, we've seen a sort of sudden outpouring of claims that Haniya was a moderate, including some of these repeated in mainstream media. I'm just wondering if you can share a little bit more about who Haniya actually was as a leader of a terrorist organization.
Haniya is a nice guy from a refugee camp that lived in Shati refugee camp in the northern part of Gaza. He worked in Israel for 9 years for a guy from Ashkelon as a construction builder. And then he was one of Ahmad Yassir's, guys that escorted him, that helped him to clean, I don't know, the sweat of the head. And then somehow he succeeded to climb up. And he eventually reached the position of becoming the leader of Hamas after Khaled Mash'al, and also a billionaire. He is a guy with, he used to be a guy with blood on his hands, and he got what he deserved. And I don't know, again, we don't know who did it, but for sure he got what he deserved.
Absolutely. Last question, because we are running out of time. What are the next steps for Israel? I mean, the IDF is obviously prepared in the event of an escalation, as we've been hearing in the last few days. What is the IDF's plan in the coming days and weeks?
Well, there is I think the Air Force is in full readiness and alert with the attack abilities and defend abilities. It looks like Iran, what they are doing is exactly what they did on April, calling to Arab countries, warning them that they will not allow the IDF or the coalition forces to use their land. And I believe that this time, if it will really happen, and I have a feeling, and it's only feeling, okay, I have no information, that it will begin tomorrow morning or the night between today and tomorrow, and I hope I'm wrong, and that will never happen. But if so, I do believe that this time the IDF and the State of Israel will respond immediately, and nobody will wait until a moment that some airplane will bomb some, I don't know, defense systems in Iran. That's the change. I hope so, by the way.
All right, Colonel Grisha Yakubovich, we are out of time, but I want to thank you, as always, for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.